Have you been in a long-term relationship with someone you love? You guys have held each other out as a couple, as Mr. and Mrs., and you've intended to get married, but the marriage hasn't occurred. You've been told by friends and family members that without a marriage, you cannot file for a green card through your spouse. And, well, they're right in part. Under the rules for common law marriage, you may qualify to become a permanent resident, even when you live in a state like California that doesn't recognize common law marriages. Let's go through the rules so that you understand how a common law marriage may be your saving grace, may be how you pave the path to win a green card. First, what is a common law marriage? A common law marriage is one in which a couple lives together and holds themselves out as being a couple, but they never formalize the relationship. In many cases, individuals start this type of relationship and they live in it for several years, and for a variety of reasons, they don't go forward to marriage. But the state in which that relationship occurs does recognize common law marriages. In that case, a common law marriage is equivalent to a marriage. But the couple moves 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later to another state that doesn't recognize common law marriages. In the common law marriage state, they could file for permanent residency. In the non-common law state, they're out of luck. Nah, not so fast. Because as long as the marriage is recognized in the place where the marriage occurred, then the common law marriage is valid, so long as all the other rules are met. The second state will recognize this. Here's an example how this situation could unfold, and that I've actually seen it unfold in such a manner. An individual, an immigrant without documentation, a young woman that has been in this relationship for 4 or 5 years with an individual, moved from one state, Kansas, to California. In California, she was detained by ICE, placed in immigration custody, and forced to go to immigration court. At immigration court, the judge said, there's no marriage. You can't, and it was a strict judge, and you can't go forward. I'm not going to allow you all of a sudden to file a petition. You're going to have to file a motion to show me why I should allow you to go forward. Then the judge denies the motion. Well, not so fast, because the couple lived in Kansas a while back, and the common law marriage was valid there. It's valid in immigration court in California. The judge erred. In that case, the attorney missed the issue of common law. Case came to me because it was on appeal. I spotted the issue, raised it on appeal. The judge was wrong. The case proceeded. The rule is, if it's recognized in the common law state, say Kansas, then they move to a second state, say California. California will recognize that marriage as valid, assuming all the other requirements for common law marriages in the first state, Kansas, are met. And that could lead to some problems. So you see how a common law marriage can propel you to a green card. So let's briefly look at the rules, because they're really critical here in terms of proving you have a common law marriage. The first rule is cohabitation. The couple has to live together in a marriage-like situation for the first requirement to be met. The second requirement is that of consent. The couple must agree to live in this type of relationship. They must agree to live in a marriage type relationship, even though it's not a formal marriage. Third, the public presentation, what family law lawyers call holding out as a couple. This is where the couple is referred to by the community, by and large, as Mr. and Mrs., because that's how they present themselves. They sign the rent or mortgage papers, Mr. and Mrs. They have bank statements, Mr. and Mrs. Their kids are in school and they're listed as Mr. and Mrs. All of those are examples of holding each other out as a couple so that more or less the community doesn't suspect they're not really married. Everybody sees them as a married couple because for all intents and purposes, there's no difference between the way they live and the way someone with a marriage certificate lives. And that's the fourth requirement, the intent. There had to be an intent to be married. From the very beginning, there was discussion of intent. But sometimes, and there's a variety of reasons couples don't go forward. Sometimes it's for tax purposes. Sometimes it's inheritance. There's a whole bunch of reasons why couples sometimes hold off and they never formalize the marriage. But if these four requirements in general are met, then the common law marriage will be deemed valid in the second state. One more point about common law marriages. Common law marriages can benefit not only the immigrant spouse in a common law marriage, but perhaps other immigrants. In part 2 of this video series on common law marriages, I'm going to dive into some of those other relationships. In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck if you're in a common law marriage situation. And hopefully this video can propel you to success on your journey to permanent residence. Take care. Thanks for watching. Know someone who might be interested in this video? Then please take a moment to like and share it with them. Also, if you would like more videos on immigration, just click on the subscribe button. And here's a little bonus, a short guide that you can download for free by clicking on the link on the description box or the square-shaped image. Plus, if you have ideas for videos you'd like to see, write a short comment below or feel free to contact me at carlos@VitaraImmigrationLaw.com. My name is Carlos Vitara. I appreciate your time and hopefully we'll be talking again very, very soon.